Opening at the Royal Exchange this evening is The Dreadful Hours, and joining me now is its writer, Chris Fittock. Thank you very much for coming in. Can we just clarify, it's not dreadful, it's Dreadful Hours.
Dreadful.
Is the name of the play,
just the name of the play, yeah.
And it's opening night at the Royal Exchange Theatre. I know you've already put on a performance at the Liverpool Everyman Theatre. How's it gone so far?
Fantastically. We sold out at the Everyman, which is fantastic for a new play, especially a house as big as the Everyman. So it's been really good. Big houses, good reviews so far, so we're really happy.
I've got a couple of the reviews, actually, which we'll go through in just a while. But before we do, tell us what Dreadful Hours is all about.
It's about the couple that we've all seen and probably all been as well. A couple who've been married for many, many years, and they go out for an occasion, an anniversary. And the hair's done beautifully, the suit is pressed, the cologne is on, lots of money spent, and they get to the restaurant and don't speak to each other at all. It's that horrible kind of small talk. And we also see the story of how they arrived at that point. So we followed them from when they first met, when it was kind of the first flush of love and everything's perfect like Hollywood, and how they've got to that point, how things kind of degrade a relationship and how you deal with that, I suppose.
Sounds very interesting. Like you say, I mean, I know I've done it myself and it's terrible, but you'd be sat there when you people watch, you think, oh, they've not said a word.
Yeah.
It's awful, and it's very sad, isn't it? It's very interesting the way that you've chosen to cover that topic. As you say, you go back and you see them in the first flushes of love and kind of how it deteriorates along the way. How do you put that into words? I mean, we were talking about it before, about how you sort of... A writer, we very often don't see them involved in the actual production. The onus is on the actors and the actresses. But how do you go away and... Because presumably you've not been married for years and you're not in this situation. So how do you put yourselves in their shoes and write something like this?
We've been asked this lots of times, and I think whatever age you are, whatever context, say you're 16 or 60, we've all been through something at whatever age. If you're 15 and the guy from Class 3C doesn't fancy you, it's the worst thing in the world ever. Heartbreaking. And so I think we can all feel it, and we've listened to audience reaction, and teenagers buy into it emotionally, and people who, you know, in their 60s, even 70s, have been married for so long, buy into it as well. So it's really kind of spanned an age range, because I think we can all buy into that situation and that kind of relationship.
So, as the writer then, I know I was speaking to you a little bit before the cameras come on, how protective are you of this text that you've written then? Is it almost like your baby, and do you watch some nights thinking, that's not how you were supposed to say it?
Interesting, on this occasion, I've worked with the theatre company from day one. We started off with no script, no idea, in a rehearsal room, and we've worked as a threesome devising, so it's come about really organically, so it's really been written by 3 people, the 2 performers, and myself, so there's been no option to be precious at all.
And I suppose as well, like you say, you summed up that they've been involved since the very beginning, so you will have banded ideas around and I suppose come up with the written text between you.
Yeah.
How did you get into writing plays then? Is this something that you've always wanted to do?
It was through the Everyman when I was a teenager, 15. I entered a writing competition and performed a 15-minute play, and it's kind of snowballed since then. I found out I was good at writing and I loved the audience reacting to things.
And how do you feel? Because you said that you sit in the audience most nights, don't you? So you're really putting yourself out there. How do you feel when you see the audience reaction? It must be the best feeling in the world when you see them really getting involved with these characters.
The first 10 minutes are always a pressure cooker because you're surrounded and it's kind of like really, oh, God, what are people saying? But then you relax into it a little bit and there's nothing better than an audience with a big warm round of applause or lots of laughter.
Must be an incredible high.
Ever, yeah.
Incredible high. I said we'd talk about some of the reviews that you've had, just to give people at home an idea of how it's gone down. Rarefied, intriguing, performed with exquisite precision, that was from The Guardian. Visually stunning, artistically inspired, an exciting and thought-provoking piece of theatre. I could go on, I've got about 20 here, pretty much in the same realm. Well done. Sounds fantastic. It opens tonight, as we said, at the Royal Exchange Theatre. It's on till Saturday.
That's right.
And there are a few tickets left, aren't there?
Some left, people can still buy tickets, yeah.
And there's a matinee performance.
Matinee tomorrow afternoon.
Fabulous. Well, thank you very much for coming in, and best of luck with your writing. Sounds really fabulous, and thank you for coming in.
Thanks a lot.